Welcome, this is Information Service Engineering and my name is Harald Sack.
And my name is Maria Kutraki.
This is the very first lecture, Natural Language Processing. And now we are going to tell you what you will expect in the first lecture of Natural Language Processing. So we will start with the notion of information. What is information and what is knowledge? And what is the difference? How do I get knowledge out of information and what does it mean? What is a knowledge representation? So these are subjects which we are dealing with in the very first part of the lecture. Then we will continue with language. Language is a means to convey information and transfer it from a sender to a receiver. And on the receiver side, it's rather important that, of course, I understand what the sender wanted to tell me. And understanding in that case means I have to interpret the means of the information correctly.
Then we will continue with basic techniques already used in NLP, like, for example, tokenization or part-of-speech tagging or named entity recognition. And also we will analyze some of the basic challenges we face there. For example, what happens when we have ambiguity there. And then later on we will continue with the linguistic basics one needs to know when deals with NLP, which is, for example, what is linguistics, what is natural language processing, what is morphology, what is a dictionary, and so on and so forth.
Speaking of morphology, this then will be a next chapter inside that lecture. So what's in a word? That's the basic question of morphology, because starting with the root of a word, a so-called morpheme, we can construct other kinds of words which are related to it. Also, then deconstructing a word that you see into its basic root, affixes and stuff, this is morphological analysis. This is already a first hint in the analysis of the meaning of a word.
Then we will continue on learning how to evaluate our system. So we design our algorithm and then we have to evaluate it. So we will see how to create a ground truth and then how to compute precision and recall and F-measure there in order to evaluate our approach and the performance.
And the very first tool we will deal with are so-called regular expressions. What it is, you will see. So regular expressions usually are used to filter out and to search for specific patterns. So they are used to define search patterns. And we will have practical examples on that. So, overall, this will be the content of the very first lecture. And now we start with information and knowledge.